Yo guys, hello from beautiful India, Goa, city of Goa. At my hotel currently, beautiful pool, beautiful views. I'll probably can't see them because it's dark. I've been having a lovely holiday out here for the last 5-6 days. I'm losing track on holiday of the days, what day we're on. But yeah, I'm here to do a very late reaction to Napoli 1 Inter 1. Of course, yet another awful performance by Inter this season. We're stacking them up, in terms of all-time bad performances under Inzaghi. This season we're adding them up. The derby, the first derby di Milano, the Juventus derby, the Fiorentina loss, and then this. I think we're gonna add it to one of the all-time bad performances of Inzaghi's Inter, because this Inter team barely even sniffed at Alex Meret goal, and if Di Marco didn't score that absolute hell of a free kick, wow, Inter would have lost that game, because we created nothing else. Yes, the refereeing was poor, probably on both sides, but mainly, if Napoli fans are objective, the refereeing definitely punished Inter in terms of decision making. But aside from that, it was an awful performance. In the second half, no shots on goal, 0 XG. I think I saw a stat earlier today that said this was the most long balls attempted by an Inzaghi Inter ever. Maybe Inzaghi's Lazio included in that as well, I can't remember, but it just shows you the type of match Inter, I don't know if they tried to play or were forced to play, but either way they played it very badly, because unfortunately Lautaro and Thuram didn't hold one ball. Atrocious hold up play, striker play. Everyone was bad, to be honest. Everyone was really bad. Very few players to save from this game. Probably José Martinez in goal. Unfortunate to concede the goal at the end. Alessandro Bastoni, who was really good. But why was he subbed off? One of the main, I've seen on Twitter, quite rightly, the debate has been on Inzaghi's substitutions, and the stat that reads, when Inzaghi subs out Bastoni since the start of the season, lo and behold, Inter end up conceding most of the time when he goes off. I remember Mattia always used to mention this stat since the beginning of the season, and it's true. And it's true. You saw that after he came off, he was one of our best defenders, making goal line tackles and slides, blocking shots. And when he came off, I mean, the goal was a conglomeration of mistakes from everyone, but Zielinski at CDM showing why I just don't see him in that role. Poor, just effort, lack of effort, positioning, everything. And then Frattesi, fresh, also poor effort. But then probably the worst one of all was Bisek, who left his position, didn't take down Lobotka, let him run past him, and then caused the whole defense to shift towards that side, and then left Philip Billing, out of all people, to completely be 1v1 against José Martinez, who tried his best, saved one, and then couldn't save the rebound. But apart from José Martinez and Bastoni, and obviously Di Marco for the goal, there was no one really to save from that game. Awful performance all round. Really disappointing, but it keeps us somehow at first place, even though we have this awful big match record, and we keep going on about it, we keep banging on about it every time we play a big team, that our big match record is awful. Somehow we're still first, and that's the thing. We need to just stop comparing this Inter to last season's Inter. I've been guilty of it up until a few weeks ago, but I've stopped now. There's no point comparing us to last season's Inter. This season is completely different. Every season different, but this one is completely different because everyone is just not good in this area. The fact that Juventus, this Juve team, are now part of the Scudetto race. I mean, they're playing, I think, Hellas Verona in a couple of hours, and they could be, getting closer to us and Napoli and Atalanta. The fact that they are in the Scudetto race now shows how bad this Serie A season is. So again, it's just about being less shit than all the other teams. We're definitely not sweeping away this Serie A season like we were last year. We're not doing what Napoli did the season before. What we need to do this season is probably the most comparable to the Milan Scudetto winning season. And that's where my point comes in terms of Inzaghi, injury issues, and decisions. That Milan Scudetto win happened with a young centre-back coming from French second division team in the name of Pierre Kalulu stepping in as centre-back alongside Tomori, and other younger players also coming in to fill roles, whether due to injury or just because of the squad makeup. Now Inter and Inzaghi find themselves in a position where we're decimated at wing back. There are definitely some excuses for Inzaghi in terms of the injury issues. The fact that Di Marco is now injured again, he's out for at least 2 to 3 weeks. We know Darmian is out. We know Carlos Augusto is out. We know Zalewski is out. Denzel Dumfries at the moment is the only fit starting wing back. So they're definitely with Buchanan that when there is definitely a lack there. But we saw Inzaghi has tried to toy with this 4-4-2 formation. He tried it in the Coppa Italia, kind of worked. I think he tried it for a few minutes in this game, and then I saw his post-match interview. He said he kind of reverted back to the usual 3-5-2. But that means 3-5-2 means someone will have to play out of position, whether that's Frattesi, which you guys know. I think profile-wise, characteristics-wise, he could play pace and power, just up and down, headless. He could do it. Or someone else, or Pavard out of position. Or, I think most likely for the Feyenoord game, he will have to opt for the 4-4-2 because he's got more centre-backs available, and Pavard, Bastoni can kind of play as full-backs as well. But there's also another option that Inzaghi's never going to use, but there is a young wing-back who is shining in the youth team in the Primavera called Matteo Cocchi. One of the top three prospects in the Primavera. You guys know I'm not a Primavera merchant, far from it, but at times like this surely is the time where you can make use of it, Inzaghi. But yeah, as always I have faith in Inzaghi, but some of the decision making recently has me questioning him a lot. Thuram, very bad performance, but is he fit? Just like Hakan, I remember a few weeks ago when Hakan was we kind of forced him back clearly against Milan in the derby, wasn't fit. Thuram looked like maybe he was rushed back because he just did not hold anything. But outside of Inzaghi, again, you guys know me, I've been criticising the big boys of this team all season. Lautaro, we know since the start of the season, but against Napoli he was awful. Hakan, this guy looks like he gets injured. Stefano Sensi levels now. What is going on with his physique and body? Di Marco, yes, had the amazing free kick, but again, physically, is he there? Bisek, I know he's not one of the big boys, but yeah, he keeps making mistakes. When we start to trust him, he starts to make a mistake. So now the guys just gotta grind their teeth. Hopefully Inzaghi can coach this 4-4-2. I mean, we don't talk about for year 4 of Inzaghi. Surely a coach should have other formations in his bag in year 4. That's lots of coaching time with his team. Hopefully he finds a way around this against Feyenoord. They're going to be fired up. It's going to be at their home. It's going to be a difficult game. Hopefully the guys can pull through, at least get a draw out there, and then bring it home. And hopefully, at San Siro we can do the job and finish the job. And then we have Monza. Surely, regardless of injury issues, we should be getting the 3 points there. And then Atalanta, that's going to be difficult. But anyway, faith in the boys. First in the league. Well, I'm not going to sing La Capolista se ne va yet for sure, but maintaining the faith in the Scudetto, coming back home again. You guys let me know your comments down below again on everything. Today wasn't a very structured video. I'm on holiday. My mind isn't really at the usual level of, planning the video as usual, but hope guys appreciate it. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Ciao ragazzi, always, whether in Goa or in Leicester or anywhere else in the world, Forza Inter.